Italy get us underway, and as always on a international fixture, you look to the teams to do the basics well from the beginning, as Sergio Parise watched and waited and took the ball, but Ireland were up quickly to knock him back. And have they turned the ball over? They have, and Paul O'Connell gets in O'Gara's way for just a moment, but now it's with Paddy Wallace and Brian O'Driscoll and Rob Kearney, and that is a very, very dangerous tackle. It was indeed Tony Andrea Massi, and the recommendation for the referee is a yellow card, and rightly so. Santiago Delapay, the man who plucked that ball from the sky in the line-out for Italy, and it's there for Paul Griffin, the Dunedin-born Italian scrum half, winning his 39th international cap. Sergio Parise, and Ireland not getting away from the tackler, and the penalty goes against Ireland, and a kickable penalty at that. Kicking games so often about confidence. Big one for the young man to start with, and he's up to the task. Italy get the perfect start in terms of points. Ungaro picks and goes, and Kane Robertson fills in at scrum half.
Hold blue, hold blue.
Massi with the kick. Kearney did well to get away from Mirko Bergamasco. Sends the pass to O'Gara. Donncha O'Callaghan was way offside. He looked at it, he knew what he was doing, but just couldn't help himself. So a second attempt of the afternoon for Luke McLean. Struck the first one well, struck the second one well too. Ungaro goes towards Mauro Bergamasco and finds him, and that was a terrific throw to the tail, but the ball doesn't go to hand in midfield, and away goes Tommy Bowe, and Tommy Bowe's got pace. Boy, does he have pace! Tommy Bowe! Terrific try! Around the Italian defence, and nothing Mirko Bergamasco and the other Italian chasers could do.
Well, it's against the run of play, and let's not pretend otherwise, but just what Dr. Kidney ordered. And I'll tell you, this is a superb try, because he was slowed up by the attempt to tackle initially. It's very difficult to run with the ball in your hand, easier for the chasers, but determination and speed gets him all the way to the try line. Superb.
Tommy Bowe scores his 9th international try for Ireland on his 20th international appearance. Parise with the ball at his feet for Griffin and Kenale. And what way is this one going to bounce? The Italian way. McLean hits midfield at pace, ball back quickly on the Italian side. Here's Ungaro, who runs into Donncha O'Callaghan and John Hayes, but the referee says it was high and Italy get the penalty. Luke McLean lines up his 3rd attempt of the afternoon. He's really settled in well, particularly to the goal-kicking duties. None of them have been straightforward. Crowd will tell you before the touch judges do that that's good.
It looks like they've sort of stumbled upon this guy Luke McLean, who I wonder how Tony thinks he's playing.
Oh, he started very composed. I'd just like to see a little more of him in the loose, as we may as the game goes on, but certainly when it comes to doing the bread and butter basics, he's doing it more than adequately so far.
O'Gara feeds Paddy Wallace, and he steps back inside, but the second line of Italian defenders had covered across well. O'Gara's kick is charged down by Kenale, and there's advantage being played to Italy, because Ronan O'Gara undoubtedly took Kenale out when the ball was not there, and Castro Giovanni pats him on the head and says thank you very much, Ronan. But it was a moment in some ways that Ireland might be happy enough to sacrifice their out half for 10 minutes because if it had not been for O'Gara's intervention, I think that was going to be an Italian try.
You know, and Popey's talking about composure in the Italian number 10 shirt. That's exactly what Rona did not show there. Penalty, yellow card, tough 10 minutes to come for Ireland, 5 either side of the break. But indeed, no, it'll take them up to the interval and over.
Jerry Flannery for Paul O'Connell, who had his legs taken from him while he was in mid-air, and then Perugini struck out against Marcus Horan, and the referee caught it, and you need about 6 sets of eyes on this one. The penalty against the Italians for taking Paul O'Connell out while he was in the air. Perugini took out the support man, and he's the one that finds his way to the sin bin, and now it's 14 against 14, and O'Driscoll again kicks for the corner. Donegal, Callaghan, Stringer, Flannery, Wallace on his shoulder. Ireland probing. So far, Italy have had all the answers. Donegal, Callaghan straightens again. Ireland options left and right. Stringer for O'Driscoll, going to try and do it all on his own. Pass doesn't go to hand, and Jamie Heaslip dives on it to secure possession for Ireland, but they started 5 metres away, and now they're outside the 22. All the time, the clock ticks down, 16 phases, and the Italian crowd applaud their defensive effort.
No.
Stringer for Flannery. For once, the Italians slowed to get to him. Not committing too many as Ferris comes at pace, and Fitzgerald is on his shoulder. Rob Carney adds the extra 2, and that's the last action of the first half.